off like a wish list. You fighting a titan. Yeah. I got a bullet in the chamber just ready to strike him.
If I told him once, I told him enough. I'm out for heads, there's no discussion, not a game nor a bluff. Yo, I would go insane just to make a point and leave him stuck. And the point of the matter is that all these niggas is butt. Do the water backsplash, funky mouth ass niggas that still talking shit. Back cause I ain't hung up my mic and called it quits while they slept. I was up through the night, plotting to get rich. No black forces, not hitting no licks. What? Cause niggas fold like steel chairs. Amped up that drip in they neck, got them yelling like Ric Flair. Please beware this mighty boot to their chest, leave them gasping for air. No Vader, but I'm here to bomb shit like Big Van Vader, but black. Fuck around and put motherfuckers' heads in the bag like I was slack. Cause these stupid motherfuckers really don't get the message. This the best little wrestling podcast in Texas. Motherfuckers.
Check them off like a wish list.
Yeah.
You fighting a titan.
Cause these stupid motherfuckers really don't get the message.
I got a bullet in the chamber just ready to strike him.
Yeah.
Check them off like a wish list. You fighting a titan.
This the best little wrestling podcast in Texas.
I got a bullet in the chamber just ready to strike him.
Yeah.
You fight.
Yep. Live.
Welcome to the best little wrestling podcast in Texas. As always, I'm Needles Kane, and I'm joined by Robert and Brady. We're here to review AEW Dynamite for August 11th. And we started out with MJF promo, which is never a bad start.
MJF on the mic is never bad anything.
No, that kid's got fantastic mic skills, and his in-ring stuff is getting better.
Yeah, a lot better, actually.
He was super green when they first started.
Absolutely.
But I always enjoyed the little bit of stuff that he did in MLW that I saw.
Yeah.
Whenever he was with
Hammerstone and
Richard Holiday.
Yep.
Yeah. That was a really good little stable that he was part of.
We got to see that.
Well, hell, that's what made me a fan of MJF was all that stuff.
Yeah.
So I mean, but yeah, him cutting a promo is really never a bad thing. But I don't know. It's all about the labors and shit. But we'll get to that when we get to that here in a little bit. But so what was it? It was
our opening match.
Yeah, the Elite versus
Dante Martin and the Seidel brothers.
Oh yeah, the Seidel. Dante Martin was the spotlight of that whole match.
They put him over so much, so good. Like,
yeah,
he was a shining star in tonight's match.
Well, his brother's been out with an injury for quite some time now, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So, yeah, Dante Martin. I think he's definitely more the talented of the two.
He's 20.
Yeah, he's a kid. Man, there's a lot of young dudes off in AEW's roster.
Yeah.
He's like literally a babyface.
Yeah, but that kid.
Well, they said he's the youngest.
Well, I mean, stack your roster young when you're just starting out. You got how many years with them now? You got a decade of a rising star.
And he's contracted now, so I mean,
a little bit.
I think they're doing the right thing.
Yeah,
putting a little spotlight on him. I mean, he didn't get the win, but he still
still look good.
Probably looked the best in the whole match.
Yeah. No, and I think that I think everybody in that match actually did that on purpose. Honestly, I didn't think it was a bad match at all, and usually I don't, you know how I feel.
Yeah.
That shit. So.
You love the Young Bucks.
Yeah, I fucking can't stand them. But they kept it to a minimal amount of bullshit this match. So
yeah, they tried the double super kick and he blocked it or
yeah.
But
that little rocket launcher thing that they did off the ropes with Dante Martin
over and
then they caught him and bounced him off the ropes and pushed him off into everybody. I thought that was a legit ass move. I was like, very nice. It was actually a really good match. I was really surprised. So after the MJF promo, I was kind of like, man, fuck, I don't want to watch this Wardlow match. You know what I mean? Like, that was not, I was already like, fuck, man, like, I don't want to watch this shit. It started feeling like old, like months ago Dynamite to me. And then and then they came out with the Elite and shit, and I was like, great, it's just getting fucking better from here. But dude, the Seidel brothers always deliver.
Yeah.
And then just Dante Martin showing out tonight was fucking amazing. That kid is gonna be something great as long as he doesn't, kill himself on the way there.
Yeah. Well, even the after action we got, with Christian Cage coming out.
Yeah, with Jurassic Express and all that.
Yeah. So even the after action was on point. It definitely
The
got me excited for the match at All Out.
The announcement of the matches that are going to be
and
so many matches announced tonight.
Well, yeah. So Jurassic Express versus Young Bucks for
next Wednesday.
In a week.
So on Dynamite. That wasn't for the pay-per-view.
That was not for the pay-per-view or Rampage.
Okay.
And then,
we get Omega versus Cage at Rampage.
See, man, I started having a hard time keeping up with what matches were getting announced for what.
Yeah.
Because some shit was getting announced.
Well, they announced matches for 3 different nights tonight.
So they announced Christian Cage.
That's actually for Rampage. I said it was for the pay-per-view, but it's for Rampage next Friday.
Oh, Rampage versus...
The first time they fight is for Rampage, and that's for the Impact World title.
Yeah.
And then they're going to fight again at
All
pay-per-view.
Out.
Yeah, for the AEW title.
That's right.
So we get a double dose of those two.
Get the fuck out of here.
Do you think Omega's going to win both those? Or
I think that if you're ever going to get that belt back to Impact,
it's going to be on Christians.
It's going to have to, yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking that too. He's probably going to get that belt.
It'll be
a change on Rampage. They want to do something like that, I'm sure.
Yeah, and it'll be Christian because fans love Christian.
Yeah.
So
he's been on TNA Impact.
Yeah.
He's like a Hall of Famer for them, essentially. So.
Yeah. So there's no reason for him to not show up with their belt and help them.
Right. Yeah.
Because they are struggling right now.
Yeah, their viewership's down
real bad.
And I had heard rumors that the whole Kenny belt collector thing was ending. So it makes sense from all the rumors that I've heard. The timing is going to be right.
Well, they were hoping for it to boost their views and their ratings and shit, and it
did at first.
I don't think it did. I mean, a little bit, like the first couple episodes.
Yeah, they hit the top 50 at one point.
Right, but then after that, it's been ridiculous
decline.
Yeah. 109,000, dude. That is just terrible numbers.
I think PBS beat that.
Yeah.
So,
but I mean, it's just I don't know. I think it's a good idea to put the Impact title on Christian. I think that'll be a good, just wise business decision for everybody moving forward.
Agreed.
You know what I mean? And Christian, fuck man, they should have already given him a title shot a while back. So,
well, following all that, we got the Malachi Black promo.
Oh god, that was fucking great.
Yeah.
God, I love that. Dude, that promo was just so goddamn good, dude. Like, I love that guy. I have been into Malachi Black since Tommy End and NXT, and even the little bit of shit that he got to do on the main rosters.
Yeah.
Like,
get his eye poked out.
Yeah.
I really like how he's keeping that kayfabe.
You know why? Where he came from.
So you know why they're doing that, right? They're gonna bring in Buddy Murphy.
Oh, that'd be dope.
Oh God, I hope so.
Yeah,
dude, that motherfucker's rip right now.
I texted all about that the other day.
Bro, Buddy Murphy is one of the best. Did you see the promo that he dropped about him getting out of prison? Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, it was great. Yeah, it's really good. You should look it up.
Buddy Murphy?
Yeah, Buddy Murphy.
I haven't seen that. I need to check that out.
Yeah, it's really good. Yeah, it's really, really good. Really good.
Put that on the group chat.
Yeah, I'll drop it. But yeah, dude. So I'm excited for what they're gonna do because hopefully they're gonna keep Cody off TV for a while and have him come back, and then they'll do the little feud for a while. But hopefully
he gets a little break, or we get a little break. I'm sorry.
Well, I hope Malachi finds a couple people to really run through, run through a heel, run through a face.
Yeah.
Right. and then just kind of set yourself apart from everybody else, and then bring in Buddy Murphy, and then like I don't know, then maybe have him lose. That first big loss to Buddy Murphy will be something.
Good little push.
Yeah, and I mean, I think people will believe it. It's believable. Buddy Murphy's a badass. That dude can fucking go.
Oh, that match they had at was it SummerSlam a few years back? Survivor Series, one of those. Oh man, they stole the show.
Are you talking about the one where he broke Aleister Black's nose during the match?
Yeah.
And he fucking tucked his head into the turnbuckle and kicked him in the fucking nose a bunch of times.
Yep.
We watched that here, I think.
Yep.
That match was amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, that was
that was when we were really excited for all what Raw had on it.
Mm-hmm.
Man, that was such a good feud.
Actually, I think that was I think they were on SmackDown.
Was it SmackDown?
Yeah.
No, they fought at a pay-per-view too and stole the show.
Yeah, no, that's
they had a run of matches.
No, I mean that's the match. I was just talking about what roster they were on.
Yeah. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, it was a pay-per-view match. But
no, yeah,
so,
I never watched it over there. It was over there was the pay-per-view.
Right.
Yeah, I'm excited for more Malachi Black and Buddy Murphy action. Yeah. Straight the fuck up. Like I could sign up for that shit all day. I don't care if they're.
I buy that for $1.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And then what do we have after that?
Oh, Rusev promo. And man, it really. I know. Ruth. Oh yeah.
Miro.
Damn, why did I even? Miro's promo.
That's pretty good too.
Yeah. It's weird. I don't know. I don't know why they're making him this Joan of Arc level of crazy.
He's
the
Redeemer.
Yeah, dude. It's just a little.
She gets a little drop in there though.
About what?
Start talking about how basically he's talking about his wife. Start talking about how like satisfies her every night and everything. They're leading into bringing her in.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Well, he was talking about her last week about how flexible she is. So
yeah,
I mean, we knew this. That's coming. We've known that's coming.
Okay. I talked about it before, and we were kind of like,
I feel like by the end of the year, AEW is going to have a pretty strong women's division, and I'm here for it.
Absolutely.
Honestly.
Absolutely.
I'm tired of watching struggling women's divisions in multiple promotions.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You get to, I will fucking die on the hill that Impact has a great women's division. I think they have a great women's division. As far as all the other, it's not NXT by any means.
Yeah, I mean that's. Yeah.
But I mean.
Well, I'll say Impact's got a good women's division.
Yeah.
Just only because I put NXT great, and then, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Good still. It's good, you know.
Well, next Friday on Rampage, we're gonna get Miro versus Fuego del Sol, which
for a contract
and title apparently. So we know he's not gonna win. I wish he would, though.
I think he'll get the contract, though.
I hope he does. I've been rooting for him since day one.
Have you seen him on Twitter? He's back alive.
Yeah. Well, I saw the episode. It was just a ploy too. He's like, that fool said, he's like, my name's Del Fuego.
Yeah.
You can't burn me.
Yeah.
I'm fire.
Yeah.
Just to call out PT Marshall. Yeah, it was good stuff.
Yeah, he changed his Twitter for a week to Ghost of Fuego. Yeah. That's pretty good.
I appreciated it. But yeah, so after that, we got the Darby Allin and Daniel Garcia match.
Dude, you know what? Darby Allin has really, really grown on me. I did not like that dude at first. Very much at all. I don't know. It just seemed too one off, like a sideshow kind of thing, right? Yeah. But man, watching that kid wrestle, the past few months, he is smart about in-ring psychology. Like,
they had some good chain wrestling going.
not just that, dude, but the way he gets his offense off against bigger people.
Yeah.
The how he is almost the Rey Mysterio level of in-ring psychology as far as a smaller man's offense.
Yeah.
Which I appreciate just because I'm a little dude. But man, just watching how he does it all, and he always sells great for whoever he's in the ring with.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's like he has such fluid transitions, spot to spot. It's real nice and rhythmic. Like, he's just, I can tell he has a passion for what he does. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Yeah, but the sad thing is that he's only doing it until he gets into the film career.
Yeah, but I mean, fuck it, right? Like, what do you want? God, you selfish bastard! What do you want him to do? Just fucking do coffin drops until he's fucking 60?
The only thing that throws me off about him is the tights and the shorts thing. That.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
the way too high cutoffs. Yeah,
Daisy Dukes.
I've heard a hilarious theory behind that.
I don't care.
It's
What-
it's the hilarious theory is it's either because he's hiding something that's either way too big or way too small. So
Well, that's what black is a concealer. So
I-
he could just have one leg. We never know.
Right.
I'm
But
not
anyways.
asking. Somebody tweet him and ask him how big his dick is.
So I missed the ending to this match. How did it?
Oh, dude, it was really great. Man, it was a lot of back and forth and like counters, a lot of good chain wrestling, like
Yeah.
Robert was saying.
Garcia started really winning there for a big stretch of that.
Yeah, he was doing really good. They let that dude get some offense off, and Darby was doing a really good job selling for him.
Yeah.
Well,
But,
I came back after the match had
Darby-
just ended, and Darby was on the ramp on his ass.
Well, yeah.
So what happened after the match?
Okay, so Darby Allin hit the coffin drop for the pin,
Yeah.
right? And it was pretty. And then Sting basically fucked up 2.0 on the ring.
Well, they started trying to jump.
Yeah, they
Darby
started-
after the match.
Yeah, and Sting like suplexed one of them on the ramp, and then was going to pick the other one up, and he was
Damn.
like, "I'm sorry, all right, I'm sorry."
And during some of his chops, when he was chopping him up the ramp, he got one of them because he started shaking his hand because I think the tooth turned wrong, and I think he really got him right in the chops.
Oh well.
Yeah.
Oh man, you know somebody that got in the chops today. I saw it. Luke Gallows. He got kicked right in the face, but we'll talk about that later. So what now? We got Death Triangle promo. That was a good. Good
yeah, the
segment
Pac
with
promo.
Pat. Yeah.
Except for the translator, no translating.
No, it was fine because I think that was perfect, really, because you're expecting it, right? Like Penta says, and Pac was like, "Nah, dude, just hold on. I got this. I say." You know what I mean? Like, it was more about what Pac had to say to Andrade than whatever the fuck Penta said.
They need
You know
that
what
guy.
I mean?
They need that guy to translate what Pac's saying too, because
Well, yeah,
that accent is thick.
yeah, it's pretty. You got to really pay attention. I usually turn the subtitles on
I don't think my TV's new enough to be able to
keep up.
Yeah,
Right.
It was just a question mark.
Yeah.
Who is Wheeler Yuta?
Wheeler Yuta is a dude that he had a tryout in NXT. I can't remember what match it was. But yeah, he had a really good tryout in NXT, and then they didn't pick him up, and it was a weird. Everybody was like, "What? Why didn't you sign him?"
So
Like,
I'm starting to have an issue though with AEW and them putting, not saying that they're no names, but they're not household name wrestlers on the main product to start out.
What do you mean?
So like Wheeler Yuta just came on one day on Dynamite, was teaming with the Orange Cassidy and the Best Friends.
Yeah.
Right.
I think he had one match on Dark, and then next program he was on Dynamite.
Well, when you say household name, what do you
Just
mean?
a recognizable wrestler. Like, I'm not saying that somebody on the like, I understand Christian coming in and staying on the main product. He's not a John Cena or a Chris Jericho level wrestler, but he's still named.
Who the fuck else is on AEW's roster?
I guess John Moxley and Jericho. That's about it. I mean, in all reality, Kenny Omega is not a household name for a long time.
No, and that's what like you keep saying, like, household names. Like, dude, AEW doesn't give a fuck about household names, and why the fuck should they?
I just think you should give me a reason to care about the person before we just throw him onto the main product.
Because he's good? Because he's better than 90% of the motherfuckers that they have on Dark and Dark Elevation.
Well, all right, I guess I'm wrong.
That's why.
Yeah. I'd say that.
So you can go and just look up any fucking Wheeler Yuta match. He is one of the hottest prospects on the independent circuit right now, and he has been since before his NXT tryout.
Okay.
So I'm just saying, like, just because you don't know who the fuck he is,
I'd also say if it wasn't for one of the Best Friends being injured, he probably wouldn't have been on there tonight.
That's true.
No, but they would have found somewhere else.
But you gotta understand, like,
possibly
your knowledge of wrestling. Your knowledge of wrestling is in probably the top 10% of wrestling fans have knowledge for. Correct?
Well, I mean, I watch a lot of wrestling.
So I'm just saying, the everyday fan that likes to come home and enjoy a night of wrestling, doesn't watch all the indie stuff, doesn't stay on top of the product like we do or you do.
But we're talking about AEW, right?
Right.
We're talking about two completely separate fan bases. AEW's fan base is all independent fans, Brady. Mm-hmm. Where the fuck did their whole roster come from? You think all those people are there just off the strength of fucking Chris Jericho and John Moxley?
No.
I mean, really?
Absolutely not. I mean, we got four independent guys that are on the program right now: Sammy Guevara, Jungle Boy, Darby Allin, and MJF. They're the future of this company, and they were, indie wrestlers, not anything huge at the beginning. Correct?
Okay.
And
I mean,
and now they're
I'm just saying, like,
the top stars, and I appreciate it.
I'm just saying, like, whenever they started,
but that was the beginning. That was in the very beginning of the company, when the company had just first started. So you're gonna
you're saying that they shouldn't bring in dudes off the indies now?
No, that's not what I'm saying at all.
Well, I'm just wondering what your fucking problem is with them having Wheeler Yuta on the show tonight.
I don't have a problem with Wheeler Yuta on the show tonight.
It sounds, you were like, why'd they just bring this nobody in and let him be on the main product?
It's not what I'm saying. I've never said
that is what you fucking said.
Did I ever say it was a nobody?
I'm sorry, but that's basically
you said who is.
I said who is. I've never seen him before because I don't watch the independents like you do. Just like 90% of the people that watch wrestling. All right? They just watch what's on the TV, and they don't go too deep into it.
We did just go over the numbers for Impact being like, what were the numbers?
Right?
109,000.
Okay, so you got 109,000 people watching Impact, and now you got a million people watching AEW. All right,
pretty much
so
a million
that's 10%
more than Impact.
of the people that are watching AEW watch Impact. So those are the kind of people that would watch the indie scene and know who these people are before they come on. So if you're just going to throw somebody on the main product that 90% of the people that watch your product don't know who he is, I think you might want to give them a little bit of establishment first. And that's all I'm saying.
And I would say that Impact's fan base is probably more casual viewers now than it is fucking hardcore wrestling fans. Hardcore wrestling fans gave up on fucking Impact a long time ago.
Well, that's probably why their numbers gone down.
Right.
Yeah, because they've lost.
Ever since the door opened and they lost their title.
How many views does an MLW video get?
I think the last one I watched had like a couple 100,000 views or something.
Okay, so they're if not better than Impact viewership, I guess. Would you think?
It's but what's the time capsulation for like capturing that?
Right.
You've got the internet, which has kind of a way broader time.
Yeah.
To capture,
like
and then
yeah.
TV, you've got a day.
Yeah, that hour and shit. Like
they capture it, and then they'll do like a revision for the day after to kind of bring in any sort of DVR numbers. You'll see adjustments 24 hours later, but that's about it.
Right.
So anyway.
I'm just saying that, like, I think I didn't have a fucking problem with Will or Yuta being.
Huh.
No, and I have no problem with him either.
I think the problem is going to be fixed.
He's now been established, and now we know he's getting trained by Orange Cassidy and Chuck Taylor, so we have a reason why he's here.
Well, now, I think part of the problem you're getting at, Brady, is going to be fixed now that they got Dynamite and they're about to have the new show on Friday, Rampage.
Yeah.
And then they're going to have the two non-TV shows that they can use as a developmental. You'll have a really developmental show, and then you'll have like an upper developmental show for guys that are better than 90% of the people that are on, and then they can slowly bring people in instead of just throwing them into Dynamite immediately.
Okay. Yeah.
So I think it'll work itself out a lot better if they do it right. So, anyways.
Right on.
So they ended up giving Matt Hardy the win after they let Yuta have a lot of time in that match.
Yeah.
A lot.
He definitely put on a good show.
See, man, that's I think that they're just trying to showcase some of their better talents now that they're about to have another show on TV and
younger guys.
So is this 2.0 tag team? Are they a good talent that I should be looking out for? Because that's another one that I don't know. I mean, you said that they were on NXT, which I was never don't really follow the product, so I didn't really know who they are. So are they good? Are they going to be a good addition to our roster?
They do solid heel work. I wouldn't say they're great.
So that's like I said, that's just another one of the team groups of people that are in that, put them right on Dynamite, expected us to know who they are.
So I think I said this on our last AEW review that I didn't give a shit about them when they were in NXT. I don't give a shit about them now. Like I don't give a fuck how. I don't even dislike their characters enough to hate them. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I don't like them enough to want to see them.
Yeah.
I'm just indifferent to them altogether. I don't think it's going to help. I think they're literally just eating up space that somebody else could be on. Now I like that Daniel Garcia kid. He got down.
Nice.
Yeah.
But
so yeah, during the Best Friends HFO match, Nyla Rose came out and attacked Chris Statlander for the distraction.
Yeah.
And because they got a match later on this evening, so getting a little lick in before it all goes down.
They basically told you at that moment that Chris Statlander was going to win that match.
Yeah.
As soon as Nyla came out and did that, I was like, "Well, Statlander's winning."
Well, I knew they were going to put Chris Statlander in the number one contender spot.
It's time, man. We've already done the thing with Nyla Rose.
Yeah, twice.
Well, they were pushing her before, and then she got injured. So
yeah. So I mean, it's time for
her. She's proven that she's healthy again and can go. So
right, because in it's gonna be Red Velvet versus Britt Baker at Rampage.
Yeah, that'll be a squash.
Yeah, that's gonna happen.
Britt ain't losing at home.
No. Not at all. And then it's gonna be Statlander versus Britt for a couple weeks.
Probably.
It's gonna be the women's division is looking up.
You think? So is there a match? There's not a match set for Britt Baker for All Out.
Not yet.
Not yet.
I think that until tonight there was only one match that was set for All Out. because we looked the other day.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
It was
A
just
little battle royal.
the women's casino battle royal, right?
Yeah.
And then tonight, all sorts of stuff got dropped. So
Yeah.
Right on. Well,
But yeah. So and then so then they had their match right after that, didn't they?
no. Right after that, we got the Andrade promo.
Oh,
Yeah.
the Pac rebuttal.
Yeah, the Pac
Yeah.
rebuttal. So we're gonna get them at All Out. So
That'll be cool.
Yeah.
That'll be a really good match.
yeah,
It kind of sucks that we're gonna have to wait till All Out.
yeah. It kind
I'd
of
much
sucks that
ra-
in the end we know that.
I think that would have been a really good match to put on Rampage. Andrade and Pac. Whoo, boy, that's gonna be a banger.
I've
That is
enjoyed
that's
every
gonna be a
Pac
fucking good
match.
ass match.
I mean, do you remember? Let's go back last year to when Pac put over Orange Cassidy. We wouldn't have Orange Cassidy at the level he is today without that Pac match.
yeah,
No. Yeah, you're right. No, that was when people realized that Orange Cassidy could actually wrestle
Yeah.
and be in contention if you wanted to be.
and be serious.
Yeah.
You have to be in a pack match.
Yeah, you ain't lying.
Right.
You better be.
Well, after
Yeah.
that, we got a Santana Ortiz promo. Something about they bleed and keep on ticking. So,
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm excited to see them getting in back, and I would love to see them actually have a run. I thought they should have taken it from the Young Bucks right when the Young Bucks got it.
Yeah.
But
I agree.
Now we got this whole elite championships. Everybody's got gold. Everybody's got to have gold.
Do you think the Inner Circle Pinnacle shit was mostly just to like eat up time through the pandemic? You think they were like, we got shit like in mind and some plans, but it kind of seems pointless to do it when there's no fans.
Right.
So they were kind of like holding on. I feel like a lot of promotions were doing that, like
Oh,
kind of
absolutely.
stalling on a lot of stuff and just kind of treading water. But I don't think they realized how much that hurt everybody's product in the long run.
Well, I mean, there wasn't no
'Cause-
telling how long you were going to have to tread water. I mean,
Because seriously, if you look at it, dude, like from the beginning of the pandemic era, fucking Thunderdome, Performance Center, shit, no fans, all of wrestling was bad.
Yeah.
It was all bad. None of it was good. We searched for silver linings in clouds of shit, hoping, lying to ourselves, being like, no, it's still good. No, man, I'm a fan.
It wasn't until
I
they
got-
moved the hard cam that it started getting decent.
Yeah, I mean, dude, it was rough there for a while. It was hard. I didn't even want to watch wrestling for like the first couple months.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was just like, man, this is depressing as fuck.
Everything was depressing the first couple of months of the
It was
pandemic.
just terrible, dude. My kids had already been locked in the house for a month and a half. They were fucking over it. Like, yeah, it was all. I just didn't. So it's. I think that now we're gonna start seeing a lot more.
bangers.
Yeah, I think we're gonna see more diversity in the storylines, anyways, for
Yeah.
sure. And especially now that we're gonna have 2 shows on network or on
Yeah.
cable television.
Yeah, they gotta fill that space.
Yeah.
So now we got the
fingers
Nyla
crossed
Rose.
it lasts.
Right.
Huh?
Fingers crossed it lasts.
Oh yeah. But yeah,
Yeah,
so
that'd
now
be
we got
cool.
the Nyla Rose Chris Statlander match, and there's some really nice spots in that match. From,
Yeah.
From the hand walking on hands and getting their ass speared to
Yeah, well, I'm really glad they didn't let Nyla Rose do that goddamn knee drop that she
Yeah.
does. That thing just does not look safe ever. And I'm sure, like, if you talk to them, they'll be like, "No, man, she just lays it in real easy." Yeah, sure. But yeah, I thought it was real dope how she like walked, like
yeah. But that spear,
walked on her
that
hands.
Spear looked
that
nasty.
spear looked Yeah, and she almost landed on her fucking head. So I don't think they really thought about the aftermath of that. Like when they worked it out backstage, she was like, "Yeah, you'll walk on your hands and I'll fucking spear you. It'll be dope." They didn't think about like you're gonna fucking fly upside down. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
you're probably gonna land on your fucking head. And she almost did, but it looked really good.
Yeah.
It looked like it was a really good spot.
The power bombs, everything looked good. The
Yeah,
area
I thought-
she closed it with that
I thought-
area 451, and that thing is clean.
Yeah, it's the cleanest I've seen her hit it, and I don't know
Yeah.
her whole AEW run.
Ever.
Yeah, straight up. That I will say that was the best I've seen Chris Statlander look. Straight
On
up.
the product yet, absolutely. I agree with that statement.
Yeah. No, I mean, yeah, I've seen some of her indie matches, dude, were some fucking nice matches. And I had never seen her do anything like that in AEW. And I know a lot of it's not just her. Like it's a lot of the other person too, but
Oh, absolutely.
but yeah, I was just surprised that she had such a great match with Nyla Rose, because I don't think Nyla Rose is a great wrestler.
Yep.
No.
It's hard to put on a good match with somebody that's not up to par.
You know what I mean? I think
William
now
Regal and Goldberg comes to mind with that statement.
Oh, man. Oh.
Just saying. Got a really great wrestler
But now,
trying to carry somebody. So.
yeah, now we
Yeah.
got Statlander in the number one contender spot, so that's probably going to end up seeing her and Britt Baker at All Out, I would imagine.
That's if
And-
Red Velvet
mean-
doesn't win.
yeah, I'm gonna act like you didn't even say that.
I already said there's 0% chance.
Anyway, so
Nah, dude.
did you catch that Butts promo afterwards calling out the Jungle Express?
Yeah.
Dude, when he snatched that ball and laid it up, and then pow, not in my house. I could not stop laughing for like 10 minutes. It was,
Dude, it was the whole like that was a foul. And
Shut up,
Color comes up, he's like, "No, I saw it. That was all ball." Shut up, Color.
shut up.
That shit was.
Such a
I was
fucking-
cracking up.
He's such a stooge.
Him and that spray, he was spraying Don whenever
Yeah.
Don was out there with the spray. Like he's just spraying that
I
spray.
think they
on
finally found a
everything.
good spot for Color. Honestly.
Yeah.
Did you see them
he's a-
sneakers
No,
he was
man.
wearing?
You know what? Had his little Twitter bullshit not gotten him in trouble, I really liked what they were doing. With
Oh, I
Brandon
did
Cutler
too.
the first time around.
You know
I
me,
did.
I love me some D&D and stuff.
I thought it was a really fun gimmick. It was fun,
Best
dude.
best part about that whole deal was his ring entrance attire, and then after that it was kind of boring.
I mean, he's not a great in-ring worker.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, the dragon outfit, that was cool, and then
He
after
was
that,
getting
it was like,
he was getting a lot fucking better though.
And he was
Like-
getting over.
Yeah, and he was getting over. He had a nice little fucking undefeated streak there for a while.
well,
Then don't you dare mock good old JR,
yeah, absolutely not.
the voice of wrestling. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh, I'm so glad he's on Rampage's commentary team.
so oh yeah, who's that commentary team?
It's going to be Mark Henry, Paul White, Tony Schiavone, and Excalibur.
Isn't Jericho going to do some?
No.
guest commentary
It's
as well?
Jericho, not Tony Schiavone. It's Jericho.
Thank
Sorry.
you. Thank you.
Good job. So anyways, so now Statlander's in the number one contender spot, and then we got the Butts promo, and then we
Hold
got
on.
another. It's a night of promos, man.
Hold
Jesus.
on. Well, they got a lot
Well,
of
they
shit
got-
coming up.
They got to promote shows and then
Yeah,
promote
they
pay-per-views.
they got a lot of shit coming up. You knew that. Like, come on, bro. They
Got
got
to
a
promote
lot of shit.
Dynamite next week.
It's the lead up. It's the lead up.
Yeah, we're getting ready for a lot of shit right now. So,
2 days.
but hold on. Can we go back to this Rampage commentary team?
Sure.
You said Mark Henry, Paul White,
Paul White
Excalibur,
and Chris.
and
Jericho.
Chris Jericho.
I don't think they're all at the same time. I think it's going to be like a rotation during the show.
I think it's gonna be all at the same time.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you know how goddamn chaotic that fucking commentary team is gonna? That is gonna be. Excalibur is gonna be the glue that holds that team together. Fuck, dude.
Whose idea was this?
Yeah, that is not a good.
Oh man,
When you said Tony Schiavone and Excalibur and Paul White, Mark Henry, I was like, fuck yeah, Excalibur and Tony Schiavone, they can really keep that thing,
keep it together,
keep that thing moving forward. You know what I mean? But like Jericho, Mark Henry, Paul White, no man.
I don't think
There's
they're
gonna
gonna
be
all be at the
nobody-
same time.
There's dude, if it is, there's gonna be nobody controlling that shit.
You know, like some pay-per-views and stuff.
Have you listened to Paul White on commentary on Dark Elevation?
he's
That dude just
Rough.
he just
Hey.
talks about whatever.
he absolutely does.
He just talks about whatever. Like he doesn't give a fuck.
Whatever's
Like,
on the top of his head, he's just spits it
Yeah.
out.
just rambles on about some shit, and you're like, what the fuck? Why did y'all sign him?
Well, we'll get to see how that goes on Friday. But after,
Oh, yeah.
So next we got the hope for Pittsburgh
Dude.
because they
You know-
can't get a championship anywhere else, and now they're relying on Britt fucking Baker.
They're like Title Town, but
I've
whatever.
never appreciated heels getting cheered in their hometown. Like I've never agreed. I've never agreed with that. It's like, so basically your whole hometown is shitty.
I mean, it is Pittsburgh.
Which it's Pittsburgh, so we know it actually is all shitty.
They call people jack-offs, apparently.
You fucking jack
You
jack
fucking
off.
jack-off!
Yeah, I've worked with a lot of guys from Pittsburgh, and yeah, that is their favorite saying. So
That's
Well,
weird.
It was a pointless promo, if you ask me. We all know Britt Baker's going to destroy Red Velvet come Friday.
they needed that pop.
They just needed to get her out there in front of her hometown to get that pop on night one.
Bro, I'm
definitely
telling
the
you,
loudest pop of the night.
she landed that goddamn moonsault one time, and the very next week she was on Dynamite.
Who?
I was like, Red Velvet.
Oh, yeah.
Week after week after week, I watched her botch that shit.
Well, she's
and
still
then-
all over Dark.
Yeah, I know. What'd she say? She's 28-4 or 22-4 or something.
I don't-
28
it's
and
not
3, I
hard-
think.
It's not hard to get that record where you just roll over jobbers all day.
But her shit sounds like the Goldberg streak, to where it's like he was 10-0, and then all of a sudden he's fucking 40-0. It's
Do
like,
you
wait a minute,
remember
when did
that?
he wrestle? Like,
Yeah, do you
What
remember
happened?
that?
where did
Where
he
were
wrestle all the
these matches
yeah?
Yeah, and
They
like,
fighting guys in the parking lot?
yeah, and like, I get it. There's house shows and shit, but like, wow, that's a lot of matches in 1 week.
It's like that Daniel Garcia guy. They said he wrestled like seven straight times this week. This was the 7th match of the week, like in 7 straight days. Like, man,
I mean, put in some work. I mean, there's promotions running on the weekdays, I guess.
Well,
Yeah,
didn't he have a match on Dark and Dark Elevation?
probably.
I think
Brady.
he did.
And then they literally said he's been working the independent scene. Like they said it on commentary
Yeah.
during the match. So
Mm-hmm.
good job, kid.
So next we got a vignette between Ricky Starks and Brian Cage. They're finally going to get to meet up one-on-one, mano a mano in the ring. No,
Was it a new one, or was it just edited content of previous?
I gotta be
video?
honest with you, man. I kind of zoned out.
I think it was just an edited version of what we've already seen from that video package.
I wouldn't put it past them.
I wasn't fucking paying attention to it because
Are we?
No.
Oh, wait a minute. Are we gonna gloss over
I'm
what
done,
else
dude,
we talked
I'm-
about earlier though
I'm
about Britt Baker and her squat games, or
are we gonna talk about her pyro? No, I was
Oh.
not gonna talk about her amount of pyro. It's too much. I don't care if it is your fucking hometown. It's
Well,
Cody
no,
Rhodes.
well, that was the only pyro we got tonight, I think.
well, yeah. Now that Cody's gone, they can spare pyro for other people.
Yeah, Brady. They blew all the pyro at once when she came out. Everything they had. Just fucking send it.
Send it.
I'm surprised she didn't come out of Cody's little gate. That he
I
comes
swear
out.
to God. Just, man, dude. I wish y'all would stop putting this shit out in the universe, because watch, it's gonna fucking happen next
Yep.
week.
Yep,
or it's gonna
the-
happen
our
on Friday.
Rampage.
gonna happen
She's
on
coming out of
Friday.
Cody's
On
gate
Friday, she's coming out
with
of
even
Cody's
more
gate.
pyro.
We
All right,
called it
anyways.
here first on Best Little Texas.
Muslim podcast in
Ugh.
Texas.
Can't stand y'all.
I know. We love you too.
Oh, so
Look,
what?
one of the most underrated wrestlers on the roster is Stu Grayson.
Oh yeah.
Are we gonna talk about the? Are we gonna talk about the Evil Uno and the Dark Order versus?
That's what we're talking
Where
about.
he's going to?
Dude, can I just? Evil Uno, man. That dude is really fucking good. And I did not expect it.
No.
But just those few opening spots in that match, watching Evil Uno lead it, right? It was just really nice, man. Like, I never expected him to be that good. And, like, you've been trying to fucking preach his gospel to me for a long time now.
Day one.
And, like, so like, I got into like whenever I started noticing his weight loss.
Yeah, when he lost the weight, his skill level grew a lot.
Well, man, you could tell that he was able to match up with what he had going in his mind.
Yeah,
that dude's a thinker, and you can see it when he fucking wrestles. He has great in ring psychology.
Not only that, but him and Stu Grayson have great tag team kinship.
Oh, yeah. Well,
the
they've been a tag team
together.
They've been a tag team for how long?
Ever.
Yeah, they've been a tag team for what were they? They were the Super Smash Bros. Before, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So I mean, they've been a tag team and a good tag team.
Yeah.
I mean, they came off of the Indies hot as a motherfucker. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, watching that dude progress over the past couple years has been pretty beautiful to see. Really.
Unfortunately, they didn't pick up the win tonight, but.
Well, you knew they weren't gonna win.
I know.
Come on, man.
But they look better losing than the Good Brothers did.
Yeah.
See, and that's how. That's a
good. It's done, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, that is great booking right there.
Absolutely.
Because now when Dark Order does make a run for the real AEW belts and shit,
it'll be believable.
It'll be believable, and people will get behind them, and you know what I mean. It won't be seen as a fucking comedy act, Brady, because I don't think that's what they are.
Well, there you go.
They can do both.
Not anymore.
They're dynamic.
No, I think there's like the little like Johnny Hungy shit. I like John Silver's whole demeanor, how he's kind of goofy and shit, but he's a fucking animal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I like that. And just, you know, how like fanboyish they were with Adam Page. I thought that was kind of funny and cool. But really, like, I'd much rather see him be serious and dominant. And, you know, dude, y'all are a faction of some very talented fucking individuals.
I don't see why they can't do both.
I don't either.
I mean,
you can't.
And I'm not saying, but I'm saying less comedy than now.
Why pigeonhole yourself into, you know?
I don't think you could pull over the whole Dark Order kind of cult aspect and be phased without the goofiness.
And be face, yeah. But I
and we already know that we don't want Dark Order heel. We've tried that.
I want him heel.
You want everything heel.
No, I don't want everything heel. I don't want everything heel. But I think
face and everything else is heel.
But I think if Dark Order did a heel run now, as far as they've come, all of them, and the current faction that they do have as the Dark Order, I think, and then plus, and then all the shit with Adam Page plants the perfect seed for the eventual Dark Order heel time.
We don't know how much longer this current Dark Order lineup is going to be, because you hear on commentating, they were talking about how the Dark Order was kind of split right now because of what happened last week in the Adam Page stuff.
Right.
So there might be some turmoil in the house of the Dark Order. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we got Scott the Moron commentating in that match. Now I enjoyed that.
I like Scotty.
I do too. Scotty D.
Go Team Canada.
Hey.
Not a great wrestler,
That's all.
but he's a great character on Impact, and I really like him. Isn't he like the real president or something?
He's vice president.
Like the real vice president, right?
No, he's
Is it
he's
just kayfabe?
he's an EVP.
Is he really?
Yeah.
Like for real,
Yeah.
or is it just kayfabe?
I just looked it up earlier. Him and Don Callis are EVPs.
Don Callis is still an EVP of fucking Impact.
No, they got fired.
I mean, that's
Is that kayfabe?
I mean, I don't know. I looked it up earlier.
God damn it, dude.
This that both of them were both EVPs.
Keep kayfabe alive.
Well, I know when Don came out a few weeks ago, like the crowd was relentless on "You Got Fired."
Yeah,
That was hilarious.
That was good stuff. Oh, hey,
Anyways,
we didn't bring it up earlier. Let's knock gloss over real quick. The CM Punk chants during Britt Baker's.
that was the second loudest pop behind like Britt Baker. No, they were doing the CM Punk chants during I thought when Christian Cage came out.
Yeah,
Was
they
it?
were.
At the beginning, yes. And they were literally like chanting over him and Kenny trying to talk, just CM Punk.
Oh,
just
you
over.
are correct. It's right there. I'm stupid.
So I think that was the second loudest pop of the night behind Britt Baker because, she's a Pittsburgh girl. So, but yeah. CM Punk's still
So Rampage is
popular.
Rampage is going to be in Chicago.
No.
This
week?
week's
No,
in
they're
Pittsburgh.
staying in Pittsburgh. Yeah.
This week's is in Pittsburgh, but next week's is in Chicago.
Yeah. Yes, I want to say yes.
Okay. So QT Marshall comes out with. So I guess the Nightmare Factory and the Factory are two separate things now,
Yes.
but they're still in the same
So
building.
no, it's not the Nightmare Factory anymore. It's the Nightmare Family in the factory.
In the factory, yeah.
Oh. Okay. Whatever.
Yeah.
So, anyways, QT Marshall and the
Goons.
Factory come out and they start assaulting young Master Schiavone.
They pulled out Tony Schiavone's son from the crowd. Well, first of all, he was coming out there to apologize for the way he treated Tony Schiavone.
But
He's like, I'm not apologizing to you for that. I'm apologizing to you for what I'm about to do to your son. And then they rip out his son from the stands. Apparently, he's an aspiring wrestler. And so
they turned QT Marshall into like an asshole. And then they were like, all right, so you're gonna get your ass beat by Cody Rhodes a bunch. Just over and over again. Right. And then after that, we're gonna have you pick on a commentator. Because that's what bullies do. Yep. They just find somebody weaker to pick on.
I mean, it is the classic trope.
But he went for a commentator? Like, he could have at least went for somebody off of Dark or off of Dark Elevation. You know what I mean? Like a younger wrestler.
Right.
Not because where is this whole shit gonna go?
Well, we saw tonight where it's gonna go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Paul White comes out to make
man,
the save.
I've been saying it since the day they announced him. I want him in an AEW ring.
Came out and was literally pulling his watch off and throwing it in his pocket because he meant business.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and he chokeslammed Solo, right?
Yeah.
QT
Marshall pushed him into yeah.
And he literally never took his eyes off him and grabbed him. It was just sitting there watching them the whole time, and then
I can't wait to hear why he decided he needed to get into a ring. I'm just glad to see him in it.
Because Tony Schiavone's his commentary homie. That's why he got in the fucking ring,
buddy.
Then what else do you? There's no other reason you need right there.
Hey, there you go. You're right. There you go. There's your motive right there.
Yeah, that's my commentary homie. You leave my commentary homie alone.
Nice.
Did anybody notice Marshall when he hit the cutter on his son though? He had to throw up the. He didn't quite do the pattern, but he threw it up. I noticed it.
I mean.
All I got out of that is we're this much closer to seeing Captain Insano. All right.
Absolutely. I'm definitely right there for that. He shows no mercy.
No mercy.
Is that gonna be your dude when the game comes out?
Oh,
Yeah,
absolutely.
doom.
Absolutely.
I knew it. So we had the main event after that, right?
Yep. Fourth trial of old Chris Jericho.
So did they ever explain why MJF wasn't the special guest referee?
Either we were wrong last week or something happened and he wasn't the referee.
I think they realized what we were talking about, and it was going to be impossible for Jericho to win.
They got
the special.
They got there today, and they were trying to work
because-
the match out, and they're like, "Man, we can't figure out a way to make it work."
Fucking pin him in comments or put him on the ring side.
Yeah, dude, there was no good finish for that. If they would have kept MJF as a special guest referee, like Robert was saying, a ref bump, but fuck, dude, that would have had to have happened so fast to keep MJF a viable opponent. You know what I mean? You can't just have a ref take him out for fucking 35 fucking minutes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
During the earlier in the program, they were building up for the match, and they showed MJF and Wardlow in the back talking. And this is before I found out that he wasn't going to be the ref, and I thought they were planting the seeds of it because he told Wardlow, he was like, "Just win the night, like you didn't do against Cody in the cage match." Yeah. And I was like, "Oh, okay, well there you go." He's pissed Wardlow off, and he's just going to throw the match, But then, what happened. So.
Oh man, see that would have been a great. That would. Oh,
but I think they planted a seed for something else with that. So keep an eye out.
I mean, they've been planting that seed though.
Yeah,
but I haven't kind of bring up specifically.
There's a whole row of crops of that.
Yeah, okay. He's been shitting on Wardlow for a hot minute.
Yeah. Okay. But honestly, man, this was probably the worst match of the night.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
It was super sloppy. Wardlow couldn't get Jericho off the ground.
He almost dropped him on his head when he tried to gorilla press him outside the ring. He almost hit him against the ring post and then almost dropped him. And then he literally just had to set him down ass first on the ring apron because you could tell he was struggling.
Dude, that match was hard to watch. Yeah. That was literally the worst part of the whole show.
Yes. Big letdown. We knew the fourth trial was going to be a letdown, but I didn't know it was going to be that bad.
Yeah, I thought it was just going to be, a decent match, but, not spectacular like the first couple trials were. And
this should have been first. This one should have been first.
Yes. Yeah.
Like we discussed this last week. This should have been first. Sean Spears should have been second. Then it should have been Juventud, and then it should have been Nick
Cage. Yeah.
So now that he's gotten past the fourth stipulation, he announced the stipulation for the fifth match, right?
Yeah, no Judas effect. So he can't come out to the ring with no music.
No music, nothing.
No Judas effect. No hype.
He said, I don't know what kind of Judas effect elbow, then you lose.
I don't know what I mean.
He didn't say anything about code breakers.
Do we even think that Chris Jericho's going to win this at all?
No.
I don't either.
No, I don't.
The more they've drug it out, I'm starting to give it a small percentage chance, maybe up to 20%. But yeah, most likely not.
I don't think he's going to be able to pull it off.
No, he's won all these matches.
Right. I don't know.
You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, he has to continue.
It almost wouldn't make sense for him to win. You know what I mean? Like,
well, he's going to the commentary team on Rampage.
In any scenario, I don't think it makes sense.
They've been pushing Santana and Ortiz in their tag team by themselves. They've been pushing Sammy Guevara basically by himself against Sean Spears. And the same goes for Wardlow and Hager. They're about to break up the Inner Circle.
Well, they need to break up the Inner Circle and the Pinnacle.
During this whole Trials of Jericho thing, that first time I can remember was tonight when the Inner Circle came out to help Jericho. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think they've ran out any other time except for tonight. They showed up. I was like, where have they been?
I think Sammy Guevara came out during the Aries Spears.
During the Sean Spears match.
Okay. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, you might be right. So it was a while ago. So I'm old.
Yeah.
But still, yeah, you don't see very much of them right now around Jericho, so yeah, I totally get what you're saying. It does seem like they're kind of splintering that faction.
So yeah, MJF tried to slip old Wardlow the ring to get the win and got caught up, and then ended up getting the opportunity to Jericho to hit Wardlow with the Judas effect. So,
yep,
that was pretty dope.
The ending was nice. I will say that the finish was good. Yeah. I didn't like the match, but I thought the finish was good. It was a strong finish. And then the little promo afterwards and all that, like it was a better ending than it was the match. But I thought Dynamite was good tonight.
Yeah, it was a good episode.
That's how many weeks in a row of just pretty strong.
I can't wait to see what the numbers are for this week.
You know, I don't give a shit what the numbers are. I just am really glad that everybody's kind of getting their shit together and wrestling's getting back on track of some good stories, some good matches.
Well, you know, that might all come to an end here over the next month. So here's to hoping it stays going this way.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like shit today, dude. I was kind of pumped to watch this tonight.
Yeah.
And I'm not disappointed. I mean, I thought it was pretty goddamn good.
But, I'm interested to see what happens Friday.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, Rampage. Oh yeah, so
Rampage.
We'll be back then to do another fucking review.
Yeah.
But so anyways, well, that was our review of AEW for August 11th, and we'll be back for more reviews, more content
on Friday the 13th.
Yeah. Well, and then more days after that, more days after that. Wrestling never stops.
No.
Wrestling never stops.
Never sleeps. Never stops.
Never stops. And then we've got our review of Resurgence coming up, New Japan, and we've got our weekly review of all the wrestling coming up. So yeah, if you dug it, please click like and share it with all your homies that like wrestling, or your friends that don't like wrestling. Share it with them too. Fuck them.
Maybe we can get them into it.
Yeah, make them
like wrestling.
Yeah.
And, we'll get them into
it. And subscribe, so maybe one day we can get paychecks. That'd be cool. Thank y'all.
Peace.
Like Big Van Vader but black. Fuck around and put motherfuckers' heads in the bag like I was slack. Cause these stupid motherfuckers really don't get the message. This the best little wrestling podcast in Texas. Motherfuckers
check them off like a wish list.
Yeah.
You fighting a titan.
Cause these stupid motherfuckers really don't get the message.
I got a bullet in the chamber just ready to strike them.
Yeah.
Check them off like a wish list. You fighting a titan.
This the best little wrestling podcast.